Thank you so much for keeping it right here on Sunrise at Sea. My name is Shivan, and you are just in time for our views. Of course, joining me is none other than Sarah Apollo. However, this time round, we also have a very special guest, and she's none other than Miss Stella Akol, and she's the Senior Manager, Commercial Banking. Good morning, ladies, and thank you for joining me this morning.
Good morning, Shivan.
Good morning, Stella.
Good morning.
Thank you for being a part of this panel.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive issue. Well, not so sensitive, but for very many people, we are afraid to actually take a bold step towards this, and that is starting up a business. Now, I'm first of all going to ask a very direct question. Sarah, have you ever thought about starting a business? On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared were you?
I have started a business, 2 businesses actually, which I failed miserably at. Not 2, but there are many. Maybe about 5 businesses. Okay. I wasn't really scared to start the businesses because these were things that I was passionate about. It was a makeup business, then I tried to do a clothing line, which I still intend to succeed at. Okay, it has started but on pause now, but I still intend to succeed at. And then I also had a boutique, and then I also had a restaurant.
So
there are many.
Looking at the different, you wanted a boutique, you're looking at a clothing line. What drove you to look at these particular ones as things that you'd actually want to invest in?
Because there were things that I was very interested in. Makeup is something that I do very easily and comes very naturally for me. Okay. And so that is why I did the makeup business. Oh, I also had a an event planning business. Yes. I had an event planning business, and during the time, it was about a year and a half, I managed and planned about 15 weddings.
Okay.
Yes, I was really good at it, and I was really interested. I was really enjoying it. But the hard part for me about all these businesses is being consistent.
Yeah.
Is being consistent, because there are seasons where there's a lot of clients, and then there are seasons when there's absolutely no clients.
As dry as the Sahara.
Exactly, and that is when it's difficult to keep on going, because now you get bored and now you jump onto the next quickest venture that can bring you money. Yeah.
So how about you, Stella? Are you someone who decided to take up a business, and why?
Okay, I'm somebody who does a lot.
Okay.
And even from what I've heard from her, you need to know what exactly you're good at, what you like, what you're passionate about. I'm somebody who does everything. I see an opportunity here and there, I jump in for that. I'm selling Covidex, I'm selling anything. I can supply anything. And you know, like they say, a jack of all trades is a master of none. So I think we need to understand what we like to do, what our passion is, but also most importantly, when you're starting a business, you scan through your area, you scan through your environment and find out what is the need around me. I like the fact that the malls, the shopping centers are moving towards the residential areas, because that is where the market is, and people don't have to travel all the way to Kampala.
Yes.
So look around you. What is the need? Is it a clinic? Is it a salon? And then find out what is your target market.
Yeah.
Are customers near you? Are they around you? Are you able to market your business? I like what has happened with COVID.
Yeah.
It has brought along creativity. Initially, we didn't know what the importance of social media was, but now we know that almost every business is on social media. So what does it mean? It means you might not even have to locate your shop in one place. You must, these days when you start a business, automatically, whether you've gone to school or you haven't gone to school, you will have your business running on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. It's not for people who have gone to school. I've seen people downtown do this. Shoes, you can carry shoes in your car and bring to your workplace. So I've done quite a number of things, and I still want to.
Well, unlike the ladies, I am someone who really weighs in on the risks. I am not I have started up a couple of businesses before, and they have really ended up well. Some of them I decided to, just let go because of the pressures that comes with it. However, I think when it comes to a business, it's very important that you do it, especially based on your passion. However, Stella, there's something that you mentioned, and also looking at what Sarah said. You've talked about multitasking, looking at very many business, but don't you think that is also very dangerous? To jump at every business opportunity that comes, because then you are just jumping, you're not thinking about it, you're just immediately moved by impulse and say, oh, this is a good business venture, I should dive into it and make money.
Yes, it comes with, like I said, what do you think you're good at? What do you like most? What is your passion? Now, as you build along with your idea, you need to gain experience.
Yes.
If you're jumping all over the place, you might not really gain experience, but probably it could help you to understand what could work for you. Yeah. But it's important to gain experience, and it comes with failure, success. You can fail several times, but you need to rise up again. If you've decided to concentrate on probably transport or selling kids' clothes,
yes.
It's not really a bed of roses. You could have customers today. You could have one customer in a month. But through the process, you're learning what are the experiences that are coming. You're getting to know that I need probably to market out of this place I'm stationed, out of your shop. You're learning that probably you need to deliver the goods to your customer. There are a lot of lessons that come through. So with time, you gain experience in that business and you become good at it. Yeah. And you grow it. Yeah. And after growing, that's when you know, okay, I need more capital. You look for a bank.
Okay. Also with some people, for instance, you could be jumping from one business to another, and why it could be detrimental to you, but also it could be of an advantage to you, because then you're trying to find which business suits you better. Because many times you find you're talented at something, but you're not passionate about it. Just because you're a great makeup artist does not mean you want to pursue that as a business. Yeah. Perhaps you just want to, sell clothes instead. So you try makeup. Okay, I'm good at makeup. This is easy. But I'm not passionate about finding clients. Just recommend me. I'm over here. Well, you'll find that you're passionate about clothing, and then passionate about, finding clients, or even passionate about designing them and putting yourself out there. So it's also good to, try and explore until you find that one niche that really works for you and you are really passionate about.
Okay. So for many businesses in Uganda, statistics do state, and they say that most of the businesses in Uganda, 40% of them do not actually get to celebrate their first birthdays, I beg your pardon. And for very many people, they would think that actually starting up a business, the only thing you need to have is money or capital or income. Actually, there is more to it of starting a business. So what would you put into consideration if you were starting a business?
Me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Besides, the money is very important, number one. The money is very important, but drive is also very important. And also, why are you doing this? Is there a need?
What if it's for showbiz? What if it's for showbiz?
It is not going to last. It's not going to make it to his first birthday. Just like SSA, is there a need? That is very important. You must have to find the demand for your business, because you may have, a great product, but nobody needs it because there's a substitute or an alternative that works maybe as good or better than your product. So you must find the need. You have to have the drive, and also money is very important. Yes.
Okay. So Stella, as a senior manager, commercial banking, what would you put into consideration?
Okay. To our viewers, as you're starting a business, most times we scan through a number of ideas, but in our heads, in our mindset, we are walking through the process of having a business plan. So you have this idea, you think about what to do. You could have 3 or 2 ideas, or even 1. So what do you need to do? You need to understand the product. And I'll give an example, a very simple example. You want to start piggery. There's no Muslim here. No. If you want to start piggery, what do you do? Do you start with 50 because someone else has 50? Start with 1 or 2. Study it, understand it, yeah? Scan through the market. Who will be your customer? The number of butchers, their bars, there are so many pork joints. Go there and tell them, look here, I have my farm somewhere on such and such a date, please, I want to deliver. So like you said, you must be aggressive in marketing, in letting people know what you're doing. Secondly, do some competitor analysis. Who is your competition? Who is your competitor? What are they doing? What are they doing best? How are they growing? Who is supporting them? Yeah? Get into their circles, get connected to your competition so that you can learn what they've been able to do best and do better. And then you need to understand, like you said, money is not important, but it is at a later stage after you've understood your market, your business, your customer. Now you need to look for money. Now, many times when you're starting a business, you might not start with a bank, but look at yourself. You could have 10K. Maybe you borrow another 10K from your sister, from your parents, and probably you have something to sell, a goat. You can go to your village and sell it, collect capital. And then as you're into a process now of running your business, there are certain things we don't do until we remember that we need to go to the bank. Prepare yourself for more capital from a bank. How? Have records. Keep your records. Open a bank account. A cheap one. Start with a cheap bank account. Keep your records. Keep every receipt. Yeah? Open a bank account and start small. Or if you don't want to open, because there's no way you can borrow without a bank account.
True.
And then you also need to, what is the term? You need to be able to record. You might not have a computer, but have an invoice book, have a receipt book for us to know that you've been in business, you've been selling. One other mistake we make is we do not register our business immediately. So when it comes to the time when you need capital, more capital, we ask you, for how long has this company existed or this business? Then you say, yeah, I've been running for 10 years, but I just registered it last month. So we'll tell you we need a business that has existed for at least 12 months. So register, get a business name and register. It's easy. These days, URSB does what they call SMC, single managed company. Simple. You're the only director. You can pick your sister or your friend to be a secretary, but that company is run by strictly you and yourself, by yourself. And then in terms of cost, it's easy. I think it's 100,000 or less to register. So have a business name, have your business registered in preparation for growth.
Yes.
Yeah, in preparation for growth. However small your business is, a boutique, I don't know whatever you're selling, a general merchandise, small shop, register your business.
Sarah, I just want some clarity, because you said something that has absolutely shocked me that I didn't know. And I guess there's probably somebody watching who has not also ever realized this. But you said that you could have had your business for 10 years and it was not registered. And then you register it when you want to go get a bank loan or money from the bank. The bank is not going to give it to you? Or they only consider it a viable business for how long it has been registered, officially registered?
Yes. We look at your registration certificate or incorporation certificate.
Yes.
When did you register this business? So that is the age of the business.
That is the age.
Yes.
So
if you want us to go and try to support you, we do it a lot with the women. If you want us, then you must have, like I told you, keep records. You must have had a whole record of your business. Bookkeeping is one of the things, especially SMEs, struggle with.
Yes.
That's why I told you, keep your records. Have your invoices, have your receipts, have your whatever it is that you have written down. Probably, if you tell me you registered last month and you're able to show me this is these are my documents.
Okay.
This business has been running. I'll be able to see that you purchased goods in 2020, you were selling in 2020, you were selling in 2019. Yeah, so if there is no information, then I can't know. I will just look at your registration certificate and I will know, yes, this business was registered in March.
Now, there's something key that you pointed on in relation to women, but before we even dive into that, I did summarize a few things that you might actually want to put into consideration. And the first one is, I think it is very important that you actually do have a business idea. You might want to write it down on paper, have a business idea in plan. Secondly, knowledge or expertise. Be very knowledgeable about the kind of business that you want to start up, be an expert at it. Secondly, look at the market or demand. When you look at your investment climate, when you look at the people around you, or even where you want to start up with, does it have market? Is it something that people or the public are leaning towards to? Is it something that they want? Thirdly, you might also want to look at the startup costs. I mean, this is something that we ignore, but at the end of the day, money is actually very important. What are the costs for you to actually start up a business? The next one is competition. Look at the competition around, and Stella did highlight on that. Look at your location. You might want to consider the staff, your self-discipline, consistency. Are you consistent? Are you going to wake up every morning to actually push for this? The next one is be flexible. That means, I mean, if times are changing, if COVID has taught us one thing, is that things will not remain the same. So be flexible. If businesses are going online, is your business able to go to online? Are you able to actually now move into the online era? The last one the next one is follow your passion. It is very important that you actually do something that you are passionate about, because at the end of the day, if things fail, if it's not generating income and you're still passionate about it, you will continue to push it. Now, ladies, Stella did highlight something that is actually quite fundamental in relation to women. I mean, let's take a look in Uganda or over the world, especially in Uganda. Let's bring it down to our level. How many businesses are owned by women? So how can we encourage women to actually be more business oriented and motivated, and not leaving the men to actually take up businesses?
It's to me? Okay. Yes, I want to start by highlighting that DFCU actually has a special program for women under the Women in Business. We've been short. So what do? We do a lot of training. We spool data for women just with accounts with us. And then we begin to take them through financial literacy, teaching them. We hire different consultants to teach women on how to do business, how to run a business, how to start, how to do record keeping. So those are some of the things we are doing as DFCU Bank to encourage women, and we move along with them from when they start until they've grown. We've seen women start small, and because we've taught them on the things, the nitty-gritties they need to maintain in the business, they have grown. They've taken their first loan. We have a very good favorable loan that women can take unsecured, because we understand that if you've just started a business, you probably don't have any assets. So we've said, as a bank, we've put in place a facility called Baraka, unsecured up to 30 million. You can come and borrow 2 million. You can come and borrow 3 million. You can come and borrow 5 million or 10 million. Yeah? All that has been geared towards supporting women to grow in this country.
Specifically women, not general?
Women.
Women only?
Women.
Okay.
Like I said, women in business. Yeah.
Okay.
So women have embraced this. I think we've done well as DFCU. And like I said, we have a special kind of program, Women in Business. Yeah. So the number of women in that category that we've seen there, you know, seen them grow step by step. Okay. And now they own big businesses in this country.
Yes.
Even bigger than businesses owned by men.
Okay.
Yes. So ladies there, yeah, let's not look down on ourselves.
Yes.
There's a lot of opportunity. Come to us, come to DFCU, and we'll take you through the steps, and you'll grow.
Absolutely, and especially here in Africa, Uganda does lead with the highest percentage with female women in business, and that is with 38.2%, and of course with initiatives from like institutions, organizations like DFCU Bank. Ghana is second with 37.9%, while Botswana is at 36%, Malawi is 7th with 31.1%, and Angola is ninth with 30.3%. Uganda is the only country that was mentioned in East Africa. So we're
Uganda.
really doing well. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
We're really doing well.
So we're really doing well. Yes.
Well, now that
that's
you have
nice.
actually highlighted on some of the
That's
key
nice.
achievements or some of the
Yes.
driving forces that you are actually doing as DFCU Bank, we are well aware that you are actually advocating, especially now that we are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, to make sure that businesses actually have a path or a way to actually revive themselves. So first of all, let's tackle the issue of how have small businesses been impacted by COVID-19?
Yes, thank you. I think generally, even as even as individuals, we've all been impacted. We've seen people lose their jobs. We've seen businesses close. We've seen businesses go into coma, struggle. Yeah, so COVID-19, especially SMEs, have been really heavily impacted, especially due to the fact that, like I already mentioned, SMEs normally do not have strong assets, cash reserves. Whatever you have in your shop is what you have. Whatever stock you have is what you have. Now, there's been a lot of low demand, and most businesses have struggled without customers, except for those that have been able to go online. Like you said, now COVID came in with some opportunities. Yeah, so the impact is quite heavy. But for these businesses that have been able to survive, we have a special fund to resuscitate those businesses, to help them recover.
What is the special fund called?
Yes, I didn't want to prompt.
What is it called? Yeah.
I didn't want to go there before you let me. Yes, yes. So DFCU has been able to put together a fund, and it's called a Small Business Recovery Fund. Okay. Yes, our viewers should get it clearly. We abbreviate it as SBRF, but it's Small Business Recovery Fund. So what is it for? It has mainly been put in place to help small businesses under the SME segment to survive and get to life again. Yes, I would like to congratulate you that you've been able to go through the COVID, but probably you're struggling. The business is in coma. You need more working capital to kind of rise up or get back to life. So this fund has been put in place for you to be able to access working capital, probably to stock, to buy more stock for your business, to venture into something that could help your business grow. And this fund is available. You just come to DFCU and we take you through all the parameters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why should small businesses take up this fund? Because a number of SMEs, people who own SMEs, are scared that when they go and borrow from the bank is going to take away from them. It's going to eventually take away their businesses from them, or their assets that they attach as a security. So why should they take it? And another very important question: what is the repayment plan for these loans? Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, business owners watching us right now. Please don't be scared. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to come and help your business grow. Yeah, we've all gone through the pandemic, but you need to move on. So you can access up to 100 million. Up to 100 million, and this fund is affordable. The interest rate is the lowest in the market at 10%. Yes. So at 10%, really, I think it's an opportunity. Yeah, and 10% per annum. You might think it's monthly, the way money lenders do. It's per annum. So if you divide by 12 months, it's like less than 1% a month. So it's an opportunity for you to come and revive your business. you asked about the repayment plan.
Yes.
This can be repaid in between 6 months to 4 years. Yeah, so the repayment plan is favorable for you as a business person. So you find if you take 10 or 20 million, it's easier for you to keep repaying monthly without the bank, without you feeling choked by the bank. Yeah. One, it's affordable if the interest rate is small, and then the period is also very flexible. It's good for your business. So please don't fear. Come and get the money to help you grow. Okay. Yeah, and then for certain ventures that probably, depending on how we assess your business, we can give you a grace period of up to 1 year. And within that grace period, you're not paying any coin. You're just, you know, working through to be able to, as in we've given you a long plan, yes, eventually pay back. So it gives you a lot of time, really.
Listening to you talking, I am confident, or I am almost failed to believe that I might be making my way all the way to DFCU. However, Stella, I would like to understand, what kind of criteria are you following when you're actually awarding these loans?
Yes, one, your business must have existed before COVID. Because it's for businesses that have been impacted by COVID.
Okay.
Because it's a recovery fund. We must be able to assess that you have really been impacted by COVID.
How would you assess that?
We will be able to assess. Of course, we have a criteria. And then a business must have turnover of between 10 to 100 million annual turnover.
Yes.
Yes, so it's not for startups. Yes, you must have annual turnover up to 100 million. And then, of course, you must have existed before COVID. It must be a business employing between 5 to 49 people. Okay. And what else? I think that is it. Yes. Okay.
So how about looking at the aspect of what are there particular kind of documents that actually you need to present? Earlier on you talked about registration.
Yes.
Very important. Because I may have a business, but in my head it's a business, but it's not even registered. So there are documents that they actually need to come with to present.
Yes. Like I told you, it's important to be
registered.
Also, of course, we look at your registration documents, the memorandum, and all those other supporting documents. You must have a bank statement. You must be banking somewhere. Yeah, so this fund is not only for DFCU. If you're not a DFCU customer, please, you're free to come. Okay. Yes, so you must have a bank statement for at least 12 months. And being that it's less than 250 million, we will not ask for audited books. So don't start looking for auditors to make for your audited books. What is important is your application. Make an application. Attach your company documents. Attach your bank statement. Yes.
Okay, and the education, one of the sectors that has been greatly impacted during this COVID-19 pandemic is the education sector.
Yes.
And the government had promised to help fund private schools. So is DFCU also helping private schools with this scheme?
Yes. Yes, we are. DFCU has also set aside a special fund for schools. And it's up to 200 million unsecured. We're not asking for security. Up to 200 million. And still the rate is low and affordable at 17%. So schools, head teachers out there, please come to DFCU Bank and access this fund. We understand very well that after 2 years of lockdown, after 2 years of not operating, there are a lot of needs. School fees might not come in so fast, as we've all been, even parents have been affected by COVID. So you might not be able to get all the school fees instantly. Yeah, and yet you need to refurbish the classrooms, the dormitories, you need to buy food. There are a lot of operational costs in there involved, and you need support. Come to DFCU Bank and access that fund. It's up to 200 million for a period of 12 months, and repayment is termly, which is favorable for schools.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So as we wrap up the conversation, any last remarks in regard to this particular issue?
Yes. Dear viewers out there, the schools, the businesses, please walk into any DFCU branch, any DFCU branch, and access the Small Business Recovery Fund, and also be able, if you are a school, you're able to access the 200 million to help you run your school smoothly. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And that wraps up the conversation that we had for you today on Our Views. However, before we actually have a sign out, now, Sarah and I, CTV is running a Valentine's special, which is Wetege or Sirike. We also have something that we are running. All you need to do is to Kwetega and you keep quiet. Well, all you needed to do is to actually go to our different social media platforms, that is on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and get us to understand why you as a single person deserves this hamper that we're actually giving out. And we started this particular initiative since yesterday. So today we have a lucky winner. We do. Ta-da! And the unveiling is, and his tweet actually is going to be on the screen, and he's called Vaccinated Muzinyi at Mr. Carl's, and he's replying to at Shiva Nauma and at CTV Uganda, and he says, I just need it simply because I would love to make the presenters of at CTV Uganda Male in Sirike. Well, Mr. Carls, please head on to our offices. First of all, go to our Twitter platform. You'll definitely be shared information on how you can get your package. Then head on to our head offices and your package will be given to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for keeping it right here on Sunrise at Sea. Stay tuned because it is still a feel-good experience.
Well, thank you for staying tuned with us right here at Sunrise at Sea on CTV. And yes, our Valentine's special is still ongoing. Wetege or Sirike, set your trap and watch from a distance. All you have to do is like, share our posts on social media, and you also have to watch CTV. Tag us in your post and let us know why your loved one deserves a treat from CTV. Like Shivan had already said that we also have the single survivor package. So our dear single people, we are also thinking about you. But however, if you have a loved one, just head on to our social media on Twitter and Facebook. Let us know why they deserve to be treated this Valentine's Day. And if your post gets a number or the most retweets or shares or likes, you have definitely won, and you're going to win a number of amazing prizes, like a staycation at Farewell Hotel, a spa treat from Hammam Spa, and also dinner for two from Lebanon, and much more and more and more and more gifts. We also have balloons, we also have cake, we also have flowers, we have so much more.
Candy.
Exactly. You could even, you know, win yourself an opportunity to come and sit with us right here on Sunrise at Sea.
Absolutely.
Well, until tomorrow, same time, same place, and that is from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Have a great day. Be blessed. Go and see DFCU. Talk to them about that recovery plan. They will help you out. And also, if you did miss the show, you can again watch more of this episode on our YouTube channel, and that's at CTV Uganda. Well, until tomorrow, have a blessed day, and don't forget to follow the SOPs. Bye-bye.